Howdy, guys. It is Saturday. I hope everyone had a good Friday and a productive Saturday. Today, we're going to be talking about condos. The first thing I want to get into are condo myths. There are a lot of misconceptions that come with condos. One, they're near impossible to finance. There are plenty of lenders willing to finance condos, and even if they're not financed in normal ways, we have plenty of lenders here at First Coast that are willing to finance non warrantable condos. Number two is they take forever to close. This is not always the case. We're going to get into what takes forever to close and what does not. Lastly, is they require more down payment. That is not true. For standard loans, the down payment for a condo versus a single family residence is identical. When you get into specialty financing for non warrantable condos, is when the bigger down payment can be required. Here are some things you can do to be proactive to make sure that your condo closes. The biggest and easiest thing to do is check if the condo is approved ahead of time. The FHA and VA publicly list what condos are approved and what condos are not. There are plenty of condos that have not been reviewed by either, so they can be blank, but if they have been reviewed in previous years, they will have a decision publicly listed, and I will include those links in my email. Fannie and Freddie have changed how they do things a little bit, so it's a little more secretive. Um, but if you have any questions about a condo being approved, you can always ask me. I've got some inside access to a list of condos that have been approved by our specific lenders to make things even easier. The next thing you can do is, whether you're a list agent or a buyer's agent, you can ask the sellers to pull documents. Generally, when you're part of a condo association, these documents are available in a portal somewhere. And if the seller can provide what they got, that can save everyone some time and save the buyer some money. Lastly, you can get management contact information. The seller would also have access to this more easily than anyone else. Generally, it'll be at the top or bottom of their HOA dues, or whoever they contact for maintenance. Stuff like that is all going to be easiest for the seller to get because it's very rarely public information for us to find condo management contact information. So you may be asking yourself, what documents should the seller be looking for? So the general rule of thumb is anything in a portal that the seller has access to, like bylaws or the budget, any of that, go ahead and send it over because it's good to have more documentation. We'd rather have too much than too little. But here's a list of some things that can be needed for condo approval. We will always need the master's insurance policy. Whether it's already approved or not, we will always need that updated. Um, the most recent budget is generally required. The bylaws are generally required. Phase documents, any sort of information about litigation. If we find there's litigation in this condo association, it could be a problem. So it's good to ask that up front because depending on what it is, we can get around it, or sometimes that'll kill the deal right there. So it's good to know and ask about that at the very beginning. Um, and then who to send the questionnaire to. You want to make sure you find out. This is part of the contact information for the management group. Anyone that is legally allowed to fill out the condo questionnaire. This one is the most time consuming. Some people really drag their feet on this, so we want to get this out the door day one. This will hold up a loan like nothing else. Please, please help your LO get the questionnaire filled out. As always, if you have any questions about financing or condos, give me a call. I'm happy to help any way I can. If you're looking to put an offer on a condo, maybe reach out. I'd be happy to let you know if that condo has been recently denied by Fannie, Freddie, FHA, VA, to the best of my knowledge. So go ahead and give me a call if you have any questions. Let me know if I can help with anything. Thank you, guys. I hope you have a good weekend.